New information from the Illinois Department of Transportation, Interstate 55, which is, of course, where we had that tragic, a deadly crash that featured more than 70 vehicles yesterday. I-55 between mile marker 72 and 80 closed once again as winds are again limiting visibility across this area. The DOT urging people to please avoid this area of Interstate 55, select the best alternate route for your trip, and then follow the signage to circumvent this closure. And this is being done out of an abundance of caution as a dust storm warning has now been issued. You can see with the visible satellite, we don't see the dust getting kicked up just yet, but you can see the overall motion of those clouds moving quickly from the northwest over to the southeast, right along Interstate 55, which runs almost due north and south. You've got this perpendicular component. So it's not just the wind gusts that are up to 40 to 50 miles per hour, but you've got these sustained winds at 20 miles per hour plus that pick up more of that very dry, very dusty soil and the dust itself that's just on top of those freshly tilled grounds at the farms nearby, and it blows right across the interstate, and that reduces visibility to almost nothing, or it can. Unfortunately, that's what we saw unfold yesterday. A very similar set of meteorological conditions unfolding once again this afternoon, and because of that, the interstate now closed, likely until at least 6 o'clock. That's when the dust storm warning runs until.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.